Adobe's Lightroom gives you the ability to create custom watermarks for your photos. Hi, I'm Bob Young of Asheville Visions Photography. In addition to adding copyright, creator, and contact information in your IPTC metadata to your photo, you can further protect your photos with a watermark. A watermark provides a visible notice to viewers of your ownership. This is very valuable in printed photos and in online digital copies. With Lightroom open and any module active, click on Lightroom, Edit Watermarks on a Mac, or Edit Watermarks on a Windows PC. The Watermark Editor window will show your currently selected photo, or a checkerboard if you have none selected, with your full name preceded by a copyright symbol in the lower left corner of the photo. The name used is the name on your Lightroom license. Lightroom defaults to a text watermark style as shown in the upper right corner. You may edit the text in the text entry window below your photo. Here I'm changing it to say Bob Young instead of Robert Young. You'll see the effect of the change superimposed on the photo. As a side note, if you want to insert a copyright symbol in your custom watermark, press Option G on a Mac or hold down the Alt key on a Windows PC and press 0169 on your number keypad. Now this is not the same as pressing those digits along the top of the keyboard on a PC. You can go to the URL address I'm showing on the screen or in the description of this video on YouTube for more details. If you hover your mouse over the photo, you will see a dashed box around the watermark. You can resize it here by clicking and dragging on the top or right sides. In the Text Options panel on the right side, you can select from any of Lightroom's installed fonts for your text. You can select from a variety of styles pertinent to your selected font. In this case, we have regular, italic, bold, condensed, and condensed italic as options. You can also set your alignment options and your font color. Turn on a drop shadow by clicking on the box to the left of the word shadow. You are given 4 adjustments that you can make that affect the drop shadow: opacity, offset, radius, and angle. Now it may be hard to see these changes depending on which photo you have selected. The Watermark Effects panel just below the text options allows you to set the opacity, size, inset, and anchor parameters. Opacity controls how visible the watermark is in relation to the photo. Size lets you set a proportional size for the watermark relative to the photo. This size changes to fit the size and aspect ratio of the photo you would be applying this watermark to. If you select the Fit option, the watermark is expanded to fit the photo edge it resides on. Fill causes a very large and unattractive watermark. I recommend the proportional option as the most aesthetically pleasing. The horizontal and vertical inset parameters allow you to nudge the watermark in from the edges. You definitely want to do this for prints which might be framed, since the frame matting might obscure the watermark otherwise. Lastly, the anchor panel lets you place the watermark in one of 9 relative positions in your photo. You can also rotate the watermark as appropriate as well. Choose the aesthetic most pleasing to you. Now, if you want a more attractive watermark than just plain text, you can add a graphic watermark instead. Graphic watermarks need to be designed and created in an external application such as Photoshop and saved as a PNG or JPEG file. Note that you cannot combine a text watermark and a graphic one. You will need to add any text you desire to the graphic you create. In this example, I will click on the graphic option for watermark style at the top right of this window. You're now prompted to select the graphic file of your choice. Once you do this, you'll notice that the text options panel is grayed out. You can still control your watermark's appearance in the watermark effects panel. Now let's drop the opacity to about 80% by moving the slider or entering 80 directly in the box. Size and inset are controlled the same way. Let's set size to 25 proportional and the inset to be 3 for both horizontal and vertical. You can now anchor your graphic in the same way as a text watermark. Now click the Save button to save your watermark. Enter a name of your choice. I will call this one 3D Gold. Click the Create button and the Edit Watermarks window closes. Now you can use your newly created watermark in many ways, particularly in printing and in exporting. For example, let's export this photo and apply our new watermark. Select the photo you want to export by clicking on it, and then choose File, Export from the Lightroom menu bar. You now get the Export One File dialog box. Select the export location. I'll select my desktop. Then let's rename this file to Watermark Demo. You can set other export parameters that you desire as appropriate, but scroll all the way down to the next to last panel called Watermarking. Check the watermark box and click on the drop-down. You should see the new watermark you just created in the list. Note that the simple copyright watermark is always supplied by Lightroom. If you select this, you'll get the text you have entered, if any, in the copyright IPTC metadata field for your photo. If you have nothing there, your simple copyright watermark will be blank. In this case, I'm selecting 3D Gold, and then I click the Export button. Now if we look at the photo we just exported, you'll see our watermark as we configured it. You can create many different watermarks and styles and use them as appropriate. Any watermark you create will appear in the drop-down list. Just make sure you name them sensibly so you can make the correct decision on watermarking as conditions warrant. You can also create many different export presets using the different watermarks you have created and save those presets. But that's a topic for another video. This is Bob Young. Thanks for watching.